In the past months, I've been using the PXC 552 extensively. I've listened to these for more than 100 hours and I'm ready to talk about what I think about these headphones. To start with, I just want to clarify a few things. There's loads of other reviews of these headphones on YouTube that compare these to similar products, discuss all the general specifications and so on. So in this video I will not talk about that. I will leave a couple of links in the video description to other reviews that give that general overview and might also help you make a purchase decision. I have no affiliation with these other video reviewers and I'm only linking to their videos because I think they are informative and helpful. This review is mainly going to an extremely detailed review of the headphones and a description of all the small things that I have noticed and haven't seen anyone else pick up on. Let's get into it. So the reason why I wanted to do this video a bit different is because I noticed a lot of things about these headphones that makes them kind of hard to recommend. A lot of these things has to do with the build quality of these headphones. The first problem I encountered was to do with the adjustable headband. I found that there is simply not enough tension in each click and that there is a bit too much give in the connection points, which result in an unpleasantly cheap feeling even compared to much cheaper headphones. In addition to this, the ear cups on the left side makes a weird clicky, quirky noise when pivoted. This is very apparent when you use these headphones while moving a lot around. I thought that this was some kind of problem with my pair, but the two other pairs I have got the chance to try also had the exact same issue. The situations where this was most apparent was while jumping, running and especially chewing because of the jaw movement. So if you are planning to use these while doing any of these things, I would keep in mind that this might be annoying for you. The next thing I picked up on was a very minor issue, and I would actually say that it's not important, but I thought that I would mention it, just because it adds to the overall feel. It seems like the foam inside of the two earpads is not exactly the same size. There's a bit more air between the foam and the synthetic leather on the side of the right earpad compared to the left one. You don't notice this while wearing, but when you feel it with your finger across the earpads, it is definitely noticeable. There is also some minor issues with regards to the Bluetooth connection. It's pretty good, but it's not amazing. When going for a walk with my phone in the front pocket, the headphones would chop for half a second every 1 to 2 hours. I tried this with different phones but had the same issue. I do suspect that it might have interfered with my smartwatch on my wrist, but honestly, that should not happen. My last issue with these is the touch interface on the side of the headphones. It does work very good in optimal situations when you swipe across the pad at the right speed, just in the middle with the right pressure and not too cold fingers. But my issue is that this is almost never the reality. I found that I swipe too fast sometimes and it wouldn't register as a swipe but a tap instead. And if I swipe in forwards or backwards on the top or bottom of the pads, it would register a volume change instead of a track skip. And lastly, when my fingers were cold, I had to apply a lot more pressure. The implementation is not perfect at all, but you do get a little better with time. I would say that I can get the right gestures registered 6 to 7 times out of 10 after some practice. Now that we have got all that out of the way, let's talk about some of the positive things about these headphones, because I do actually enjoy using them. For me, there's a couple of main reasons why I will keep my pair. The first thing is the comfort. These headphones are the most comfortable headphones I have ever tried. The padding is perfect in my opinion, and they are 50 to 100 grams lighter than most of the competition, which makes them extremely easy to use for long periods at a time. I've actually used these for 13 hours with no breaks and didn't even feel the need to take them off afterwards. That's incredible. The second thing is the sound quality. Now, I will not tell you that these sound better than their competition or the similar options from Sony and Bose, but for me these just sound more pleasant. The sound that these produce is a bit more flat and therefore they're extremely nice to listen to for long periods of time. And also the ANC is amazing. It doesn't block out as much noise as Sony or Bose offerings, but there's absolutely no cabin pressure on your ears, and they are just very natural. The only situation where they're not as good is when trying to block out wind noise. They do a very bad job of that. The last thing about these that I really like is the simple and stealth look they have. I just like the simple matte black design, and also if you download the app, there is an option to turn off all the beep sounds and voice prompts when turning them on and connecting them to devices. For me, this is brilliant because it means that I can just twist the ear cups, put them on and play music. I don't have to hear any annoying beep or voice telling me that they are connected. It just works. This adds to a very seamless experience. And by the way, the battery life might be more than the 20 hours with ANC and wireless on, assuming that the app is correct. After my 13-hour listening session, the battery went from 100 to 60% in the app. That's not bad at all. Before I round this off, I quickly wanted to talk about water resistance. I got caught out in the rain a couple of times with these, and to this date there's no issues as a result of this. So that is something you have to worry. That's not something you have to worry about with these headphones. This might come as a surprise for you after you have watched the entire video, but I'm actually going to keep these. I weigh comfort and sound very high here, and I just like the way they look. I'm willing to look past the flaws in this case simply because I've not found anything else on the market that matches these on the areas that they excel in. That was my thoughts about the PXC 552s. Let me know down in the comment section if you found it helpful, and be sure to ask if you have any further questions. Also, if you liked the video, I would love it if you left a like, and be sure to check out some of my other videos. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you in another video.